Hi everyone, I'm Bihan Chakraborty and today I'll be discussing LeetCode's problem number 567, that is permutation in string. So this is day 11's problem of LeetCode's February 22 challenge, and this is a medium level problem that can be solved using hash maps and sliding window technique. So let's check the problem. So here we have been given two strings S1 and S2, and we need to check if S2 contains a permutation of S1, or else we have to return false. Okay, so we have to return a boolean true or false, and we have to check whether a permutation of S1 exists in S2. So suppose I have a set of characters in S1, and we have to check whether any permutation of those characters or any arrangement of those characters is present in S2. Now there's another condition here. We need to check whether the permutation is present in a substring of S2. This is a very important observation, because if it weren't for the substring of S2, then we wouldn't require the sliding window technique. Okay, so let's consider this example. Let me zoom in. Yeah, so yeah, so suppose for this example we have AB S1, and for S2 we have EID BA triple O. Okay, so is there a permutation present? Yes, AB, and the only possible permutation is BA, so we have BA here. So we need to check whether AB or BA is present in this string. We need to find the substring. Okay, so that is why we return true. Now for this case, if we check AB, B is there and A is there, but the only possible substring by combining these two is this, the smallest one, BOA, but the O isn't present in S1. Okay, so that means this is invalid. So we need a substring. If it was given that we need to find in the subsequence of S2, then we could have considered B and O. Okay, but here we can't do that, so we need to consider the whole substring, so that is why it's false. So okay, so let's check the code here. So for the first condition, this is the base case where S2's length is, if it is less than S1's length, then we return false, because if S1 has a set of characters and S2's length is less than S1, then obviously S2 can't contain all the characters of S1, so definitely it will be false. Okay, so after this is handled, we will create two new hash maps, H1 and H2. H1 will keep count the frequencies of the characters present in S1, and H2 will count the frequencies of characters in S2. Okay, so after that, these are two iterating variables. First of all, we move j till S1's length. Okay, and what we do is increase the count of the characters up till S1's length. Okay, so here S1's length is 2, so we go up till here for S1, and for S2 we go up till I. Okay, EI, then we stop. So what we do inside H1, we do something like this. Let me write the C++ syntax because it's more readable. H1 of S1 of j plus plus, and here it would be H2 of S2 of j plus plus. So this is the equivalent for C++. So we are taking S1's current character, and incrementing its count, and for S2 we are doing the similar thing in H2 hash map. After that we are increasing the j. So after this is done, what we'll have in our hash map, inside H1 we have A1, B1, and inside H2 we have E1 and I1. Okay, so after that we check whether both the hash maps are equal, H1 equals to H2. If it is true, then we return true. Okay, one thing to note is that both these hash maps will have a maximum size of 26, because we have only lowercase alphabets in this question. It is given here. So the maximum size of both the hash maps are 26. So if we are checking this, it's O of n operation, but still it's O of 1 because it's constant time here. 26 is a very small number. So keeping that in mind, now what we are doing, we are setting j equals to s dot length minus 1. So we are at here at this point. Okay, now what we do is shift the window, and I'm assuming you are familiar with the sliding window technique. So let me zoom in. Okay, so what we are doing here is we checked this one and we checked this one. Okay, this window. Now, why can we apply sliding window here? That is because whenever we have a constant size and we need to find a substring of that size, we can always use sliding window. Because what is the size of my window? That will always be s1's length. Okay, because the substring we are searching for will always be of length of s1. So we checked this window. Now we can check this one, right? Then we can check this one, then BA, then AO, like that. We don't need to check the other substrings of size 3, 4, 1, because those will automatically be invalid. So I'm checking this one, this is invalid. Now what we could do is create two nested loops and again do from the start. Like we could check EI, then check all the others like that, but that would be O of n square. So this is the most optimized approach here. We are checking EI. Now what we are doing from the hash map of S2, that is H2, we are decrementing the count of E by 1 because we are removing that from the hash map, right, from our window right now, and incrementing the count of D by 1. So this is my current window. Now what is my hash map right now? H2, I1, D1 and E0. Now here whenever a value becomes 0 for this condition, whenever something becomes 0, we remove that from the hash map. Okay, so right now my hash map is I1 and D1. Now after that I increase the left pointer and right pointer, so we move it here, this window. So I remove I and increment B. Okay, so now D1, B1. Then we come here B and A. So B1 and A1. And also we had H1 was A1 and B1. Now for this loop, let me zoom out so you can see the whole code here. Okay, so here in this loop, this is the sliding window part. Here H1 never changes. Okay, H1 was set at this point and it was fixed there. Now we are shifting the H2 window here and checking the H2 with H1. So at every iteration we are checking if H1 and H2 are equal. So in case they are equal, we return true. And if this whole loop completes, that means we have checked all the possible windows and we haven't found a single case where H1 equals to H2. And that means that means there's no such substring whose permutation matches S1. Okay, so that is why we return false if this whole loop completes. So that's the problem, guys. If you have any doubts or queries, please comment down below, and if you have liked my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, see you in the next video.